Hey guys, Nick here. As you can tell, it is about to be 3 a.m. in the morning, and you might be asking, Nick, why are you up so late? Why are you doing this? Why are you putting us through this mess? Well, two things. One, you can watch this video whenever time you want, whenever it's uploaded to YouTube, so, that's not my problem if you want to watch it at the exact time that it's going right now, so, okay, that's your fault. And two, I'm finally doing a tier list. I just figured. Oh, well, I guess that's better. I just figured it was about time that I've seen these on the internet, and I decided, you know what? Yeah, I'll make one. I'll do one. I figured I wanted to rank the Transformer movies without actually watching them, and I figured I'll just use my memory from what they were like, and yeah, I'll just go along with that, and we'll see. So yeah, as we can tell, S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, E tier. So I guess pretty much E tier would be the worst. D tier is just slightly above bad. Like it's bad, but like you're still allowing yourself to watch it, I guess. C tier, slightly below average. You'll watch it every now and then. If you watch one film, you'll probably watch that film, blah blah blah. B tier, being average, I think, A tier being like the second best, but just not quite there hitting the mark. And S tier obviously being the best, like, oh, these films, they won't even make it in, man. So yeah. But anyways, let's get started. I think we're really gonna enjoy this. Now let's start off with the worst film in the franchise, and I think we all know this one. Obviously, Transformers The Last Night. This film is just. It is just awful, man. I don't see how anyone can enjoy it. It rehashes every single plot from every other movie, does nothing new. The action in this one is bland, boring. They just do nothing new. Michael Bay, I don't even blame you. I blame the people that wrote this. I blame the writers. I blame the studio because they have rushed every single film ever since the first one came out. And we've just been tortured to go see them all. So yeah, this one comes in at worst. Not even going to put any other movie in E tier. So yeah. Also, by the way, as I'm doing this, I've not seen this movie. So yeah, I've seen all these movies but the animated 1980 something. Yeah. So moving up from there, I think what would have to go in maybe the D tier would probably have to be Age of Extinction. It's just slightly above the first one, mainly because I think the action in it is very good. There's a lot more better action in it. Lockdown's a great villain. Galvatron, not so much, but he's at least got a cool design. What those Decepticons can do in that movie is pretty cool. There's a lot of interesting stuff that the movie did, and then there's a lot of stuff that it shouldn't have done, like killing off Ratchet and stuff like that. But like I said, D for bad, but just slightly above worst. Just I don't know, but yeah, uh, yeah, and I think that's good for D tier right there. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't seen this movie, so I don't know where I want to put that one, but I think all these other films are at least above those two. So yeah, coming in for me at C tier. Coming in for me at C tier, I think it's gonna have to be Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. I think that this one built upon the movies in a good way. Like there's that forest fight. Optimus Prime is awesome in this one. There's a lot of things good going for this movie. Then they just got all those racist jokes, and this movie was very forced into theaters. Like Michael Bay wanted to take some time to actually make the movie, and the studio was like, no, like we need to rush this out. We have a deadline. You got to meet that. We don't give up. And I guess Michael Bay just decided, yeah, I'll join in. I mean, yeah, sure. So yeah, but I think it's a little better than Age of Extinction because I don't really like the designs for the Autobots in the first movie, and I think they look better in this. I think Michael Bay's look for his first three films were a consistent cohesion, even though the second film is obviously not better, is at least not at the quality of 1 in 3. So yeah, that's where I have to put that one. Yeah. Since I haven't seen this movie, I'm gonna rank this in B tier at just average. I haven't seen this movie, and I don't want to put it in a bad tier. So, but yeah, I think this looks like it'd be a good movie just to put here. That has some really good stuff in it and some bad stuff in it, and it kind of just evens itself out. But another movie that I will also put there in B tier is Transformers: Dark of the Moon. I think this movie pretty much evens it out. It's got all those bad things about the first that the first and the second film had, but it's also got like more of the good stuff that the first film had, like with the action and the character of Sam Witwicky to me. I think I like him. I think I like Shia LaBeouf. I think he's one of my favorite actors, to be honest. And I know you don't hear that a lot, but yeah, I think that if he were to be put into something really good, like if you've ever seen Fury, which to be honest I have not seen, but like I think it's a really good film. It looks like it's a really good film, even though I haven't seen it. But yeah, I think that's I think Dark of the Moon is just a really fun action packed. That the final act with just Chicago and just the humans and the robots, and they're all going at it. I think that's just awesome. Uh, Megatron, Optimus, Sentinel. There's just so much good characters in this, and then there's just so much bad characters. And the movie opens up with a scene, the girl's butt, but I don't know. It's been a while since I've rewatched it, and I should have probably rewatched it, but this is just, I'll probably do another video after watching all of them to get a better adjusted to it, but yeah, I think it just works best, this way, so yeah. The two average films I think you would probably get with a Transformers movie. A tier, I'm gonna put, I can't believe they even added this, but the Transformers Prime Beast Hunters movie. It's so weird to me that they would have that on there because it's a television movie. So in my opinion, it doesn't even count to put it in here. But that's probably the reason why I don't put it in S tier right now, is because it's a Transformers movie, and you kind of have to watch the whole series of Transformers Prime to really get this movie. But this movie is a perfect send-off to what was pretty much the best Transformers TV show. Optimus Prime, spoilers by the way, Optimus Prime giving up his life to save Cybertron, and just seeing all of them together, to see Knockout become a good guy, to see Starscream to get his comeuppance, to see the character of Megatron to actually have redemption in the end about being a Decepticon and to give that life up. It all looked awesome, and I really think there should have been a fourth season with like the new main villain being Galvatron. But this was a nice way to end it, and just I think sets up a future a future that in our heads definitely was not robots in disguise. But yeah, but I think we get it there. Now, going into my S tier. Might come a little shocking, but both of these movies are pretty great in their own ways and for other reasons. But the Bumblebee movie. What can I say about this movie? It's like the first really, really, really good Transformers movie, like great Transformers movie. I mean, the only reason why I don't think it's above, obviously, this film, or well, is because, like it says, the movie's called Bumblebee. It's not called Transformers. And the movie does take some liberties with that, building on its mythologies and its characters. The villains are great. Even the human characters are even really great in this film, because we do actually spend more time with the human characters in this movie, just like the other films. But unlike the Michael Bay movies, where they just seem half-assed and stupid, and you always want to see every single one of them die. This one, you have feelings for them. Even the John Cena character, you have feelings for him. You don't want to see him die, but you want to see him learn from all of this, and all their fruitions come true. Like everyone learns from this film. There's just such good characters. I think it works as a movie being on the small scale of a Transformers movie. Like the final battle and the action, it's not Michael Bay, but like it's still pretty fun. And what Travis Knight did with some of the action and stuff, and just some of the funny lines and stuff that Bumblebee does, it's just awesome. And hearing Bumblebee's voice for the first time in a screen movie was pretty good. The guy that they got, which is the guy from those uh Maze Runner movies, the main guy from the Maze Runner movies, pretty good. But I don't think it's the best because, like I said, it's not a Transformers movie. Optimus Prime is in it, sure, but like it's not a full-fledged movie. So going into like I want to put this movie higher, but I think these two are about the same in their own respective ways. But yeah, the Transformers 2007. I want to tell y'all something about this movie that you may not know is that Michael Bay did not actually want to do this movie. The studio approached him. He said no. He said he would never make a stupid toy movie. And then next thing you know, he talked to the studio and he learned how there was so much love and lore that was put into the Transformers as characters that he decided, I want to make this movie as real and fun as possible. Now, of course, with doing that, and the problem with the other films is that the studio and the scriptwriters, they rushed everything for Michael Bay. And he just wasn't able to make the good movies that in his vision that he wanted to. So yeah. And of course, Michael Bay, he does some of his humor obviously is not funny and is just racist and wrong. But I mean, you're gonna get that with a Michael Bay. I mean, mother. But I think what this movie does good is that its weight and gravitas feels real. Like the characters, they feel real. And the characters, well, some of them being stupid, like Sam and Michaela, I think in the end, you generally like them and you want to see them succeed. Megatron is a great villain in this movie at the final act, just really fun. Maybe not at his best. I think he's at his best in part 2, sadly, of all films. But I think he's really good in this film. Bumblebee, Optimus Prime, that scene where they land on Earth and you hear that bum 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 bum. It just has all this gravitas and weight, and it just commands your attention. And just the first lineup of cast of the Transformers, having Peter Cullen back for the character, obviously having Bumblebee, Ironhide, Ratchet, Jazz. You don't get much screen time, but what you do get from them is that they set up their characters of Ironhide being a kind of no-nonsense, weapons kind of funny guy, Ratchet being a, I guess, kind of non-logical, just all logical, analyze stuff like, oh, I have to fix that tech, remind me, Prime. Prime being an all-wise knowing guy, Bumblebee being the Kid Appeal character that kicks butt, Jazz being like a cool guy that gets down with everyone and is first lieutenant, and obviously his death is sad, but I think it's the one death in the film that I've come to term with, where like it actually feels like it meant something in these movies, and just it all feels great. The action, I think, in this one is not at its best, but at a point in which like the sequels could build upon it with a better script and stuff, which is something that did not happen. But yeah, I think these films just this film obviously shows has a just gives a movie is just a it's just a movie, a Transformers movie that feels like it's a real experience, a real movie that tries to do its best at taking what is obviously just a product to sell toys and make something real and fun and unique with it. The sequels did not do that, and they suck for it. But this first film is a lot of fun, and I think isn't given as much credit as a lot of people would say, and is definitely a reason why I think it's the best. So yeah, you guys comment down, tell me what you think about it. Maybe give me your tier list. I don't know, your ranking. But yeah, I wanted to be able to do an actual tier list ranking. So yeah, here we are. Gotta keep it cool and hit with all you guys. Like, what? Yeah, I know that was stupid, but whatever. But if you want more videos like this, then give this a likes up. Make sure to subscribe and comment and all that good stuff. Ring the bell. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. Then I'll know definitely not to do these anymore and that they're not popular. But that's it, guys. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.